All right, guys, we're about a mile out. I've already seen some people out here practicing their Second Amendment rights. I'll give you another update when we get closer. But yeah. All right, guys, so we're out here sitting outside the Capitol building. As you can see back here in the background, there's tons of people up there. If you're practicing your Second Amendment rights, you're kind of limited to the access you can get to the direct Capitol grounds. That being said, it's unconstitutional, but hey, when the hell has this governor ever cared? But it's a hell of a showing out here today. It's cold weather. Everybody's showing their love for their rights and how we don't want to be trampled upon. So, guys, I'll try to keep you updated. All right, guys, going live is not going to be an option today. Keep getting blocked down, even though we got full service. They have a GPS blocking system in place here today. If you get on the Federal Aviation website, it was conveniently scheduled for the same time this rally was to take place today. Convenience. We'll show y'all some stuff that's going on here. As you can see, signed to recall Radical Ralph Northam, constitutional conservatives, life, liberty, and property. There is a massive showing of support out here. I'm going to I'm going to face my camera the other way, and I'm going to show y'all kind of the area where they have blocked off. I've tried discussing this a couple times going live, but for some reason we keep losing connection. If you can see over here in this area, I'm going to show you. There's an area, fenced-in area over there, 2 layers deep, with 1 entrance and 1 exit. We have a person with us that's in there, checking that out. The concern that we're having here today is if something were to happen, I believe we'd be in good shape. We are all huddled together, but there is a massive amount of people supporting the Second Amendment. If you're openly carrying, you're not allowed to go into that zone I just showed you in front of the Capitol. Closest you can get is pretty much where we're at now. They are expecting 10,000 people in that area. Out here, like I said, if you are practicing your Second Amendment, you're not going to be allowed to go over there. The showing of love and support out here for our rights is it's awesome, especially as cold as it is. We're not even going to break 40 today. People are cold, they're wrapped up, but you know what? Freedom and your rights don't have a certain temperature to keep you home. If you really believe in this movement, it's not a movement, it's a right. We have so many people in Racist Ralph has got to go. Ho ho. Racist Ralph has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. Racist Ralph has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. Racist Ralph has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. Racist Ralph has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. I don't know if you can see it, but up there you can see a reflection of a scope in the third window to the right. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. There are snipers placed up here. Excuse me. I'm trying to find a hole here so I can keep talking to you guys. We have.
Get Governor Blackface out. Sign the petition. We're not Democrats.
All right, guys. Video got broke up. I received a call. Anyway, so we're here at the Capitol. A lot of support, a lot of love for this. I think they're going to realize there in the Capitol today is they are kicking a sleeping bear. They are, in fact, messing with people who are willing to fight. Now, I don't know how historically accurate this statistic is. I've heard it said both ways, but from a close friend of mine who's a ex-history professor, he says it's not completely accurate. But during the Revolution, 3% of the population supposedly participated in actively revolt against England. I'm telling you here today, compare these numbers that are supposedly expected to be here, it is way more than 3% here in Virginia today. I know the country is looking at Virginia. They are looking to see what we plan to do here in this state. As always, Virginia has been a part of every revolution and war that our country has had. One of the original colonies sit here. So we have a lot of eyes in the country here today, and I'm hoping I can do my part to inform y'all a little bit about what's happening. Look at all the people who are practicing the Second Amendment right. And you know what? Today's mugging statistics are all-time low. None. There's been no sign of violence. This is some of the nicest people I've ever been around in such a congested environment. Everybody is, excuse me, thank you, sorry for stepping on your shoes.
What is this call sign?
The problem here is not the conservative working man who wants to defend his rights. The problem that we have in this country today is people who want to support bums at home so they have a paid-for vote. They don't want you to have your rights. They want you to be sheep. They want you to be a bought vote. And you know what? Real men don't mind providing for the family. They don't mind going to work. And they sure as hell don't mind defending their rights in their country. And that's what I see here today. A bunch of people with balls.
How do you even get into this?
Doesn't matter if you're straight, homosexual, Christian, Jewish, agnostic, atheist, it doesn't matter. People are out here today saying, this is my God.
We're losing signal all the time here. Try to give y'all a quick update as soon as some of y'all log on.
Not limited to me. So, when it was wrote,
Called Radical Ralph and Order. Old blackface.
but you know what? You can afford to buy it. More power to you. There's no holiness in here. Look, it's a Christian flag right behind me.
All right, cool. We gotta go catch up.
Our problem that we have here in this country is ignorance.
All right.
If everybody practiced Second Amendment right, just like that unfortunate incident in Texas, we would have more people eliminating the hazards as they develop. Nobody wants to fight somebody else when they think it's a fair fight. That's what we got bullies for. It's the government's trying to do. They want the criminals to be bullies. They're not going to turn their guns in. They've had a war on drugs for years. Are the drugs off the streets? Hell no. Some would even say the government supplies them.
Sign the petition to recall Norfolk.
Doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, your sex. There is representations of all those classes here today. This area behind me is the area where that's the area you can go in if you don't have a weapon on you. It's also a very fenced off area. It's an area where you're not going to be allowed to go into easily. There's only one access point with two inner chambers of gates there. So if something were to jump off, it's going to be a hell of a pit.
USA! 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 USA!
Just like many of y'all, I'm a veteran, ex-law enforcement. I've said my oaths. These guys here, maybe not everybody here has ever said that oath, but they have that passion inside their body here today to say we are not going to stand down and let a tyrannical.
We're losing signal all the time here. Try to give y'all a quick update as soon as some of y'all log on.
Right there is still the same. They have a right. Everybody has a right to a citizen.
Called Radical Ralph and Order. Old blackface.
Well, any indication of skinheads? Oh yeah, I know. It's our newest white supremacist friend right behind my shoulder. Come on.
I've been fighting against Northam since 2017. I was one of the first people to call him racist. So they hate me.
I hate you because you're right.
Hey, you good with me putting you on my YouTube channel?
What's that?
You good with me putting you on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, sure.
Go for it. All right on.
So,
Yeah, I mean, it's packed both
very used
inside out.
to going up against Northam for the past 3 years.
good man, 100%.
I tell you what, you're one of the best white supremacists I've ever seen.
Well, that's what they believe.
Apparently, everybody who's here is one. So
They've called me a lot of names. They called me racist quite a bit last cycle, which was
they lash out at people that are right.
surprising. It is what it is. Right now, they're trying to take away our Second Amendment rights. So.
That they are, and you know what? We all have a right to those.
And you know, it's interesting. Like they always try to put things that sound good in practice. Like
Yeah, they know how to
red flag
twist
laws.
those
Red
words
flag
around.
laws sound great. Oh man, it'd be great to get people who have problems to not have the firearms. But no, what it's going to do is that's going to attack our Second Amendment and our Fourth Amendment, and nobody's talking about that.
You're exactly right.
So yeah, exactly. So they treat the Constitution as a suggestion,
You're exactly
and
right.
it's not. It's the law of the land.
What's your take on hearing how a lot of these guys, these liberals, will say, "Yeah, I'm fine with the Second Amendment when it comes to muskets, but that was military-grade weaponry at the time." You know,
It's
We are losing signal all the time here. Try to give y'all a quick update as soon as some of y'all log on. Called Radical Ralph Norton. Old blackface.
Just a little ham that we had. Oh, he'll show you. He's good with it. It's my. On our channel, man. So unless you got a certain channel you want,
I'll go ahead and go.
yeah, because we're trying to get everybody. So something happens, communication.
Hey, man.
Oh, right on. This is Jeff Dove right here, out here trying to forward the cause of the Second Amendment. You guys know, check out my YouTube channel, PrepperMan09, capital P, capital M.
all the way to West Virginia. So we got Winchester, part of Fairfax County.
I'm for anybody who's for Second Amendment rights. So if you're in this guy's district, check him out for Congress.
I heard that.
Oh, well, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm in the 9th district with Morgan Griffin.
You can sign up online. You're signing up.
Yeah, I know. Me too, unfortunately.
At least that's an R.
What?
At least it's an R.
That's true.
Not
Basically every
not our
seat-
representative as of November.
Basically every seat.
All right, so
in
that's
Northern
on
Virginia,
channel.
Soil and Water Conservation to the state senate seats
Now,
are
did you
Democrats.
program that into a channel?
All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I'll give you some updates later. I'm going to switch to GoPro for a coming battery on my phone. But anyway, guys, be safe, be prepared, be ready. And as always, that's what's up.
Second Amendment right, and I know that the vast majority of people aren't even going to go inside the governor's little fort he built. Because that's what this is. He built a little fort around himself, surrounded himself with bodyguards, and he hid up in some building somewhere so he could watch what happened. He should be down here. He is our employee. He should be down here with us.
Oh!
So please, I have to collect 10,000 signatures to get on the ballot so that I can hand Mark Warner a pink slip. I need to get those signatures today. We could be done with this in one day. So please, I have about 20 volunteers on the ground asking for signatures for my petition. I'm Thomas Speciale, and I'm running for U.S. Senate. You can also go to my website at thomasspeciale.com. In addition to that, you can text Speciale, that's special with an E on the end, to 4.
And so that they
Prepper
see
Man
us.
09.
You know, look, I had an idea.
Here with
and I'm
individuals
doing
running
this.
Smart Warner.
I had an idea, and we can't do it today because I didn't prep for it. But I'm going to be building a monument. I'm going to build a monument that every person in the United States that comes to Virginia is going to be able to make a contribution in support, not a financial contribution, but leave their indelible mark for their support of our Constitution. I can't do it today. I really wanted to do it and build it right here on the ground, so I'm going to leave it as a surprise. But the bottom line is, the militia lives in our heart. It doesn't make us violent people. The only people who believe that are the people who don't know our history.
That's right.
Yep. We're the peaceful ones. We're the ones that go home. We're the ones that run our businesses and ran our farms. And then when the governor called, a governor that we respected, he called and he said, hey, we're in trouble. We need help. And everybody, every man, woman, and child would grab up a rifle and they would march on foot to get to the governor's defense. But we don't have a governor now that we would defend. He's attacking us. He's attacking our rights. And we're not going to stand for it. We're not going to stand for it.
That's right. Well, I love that. And like I say, I want to get you on the regular show, but we just wanted to
USA! 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 USA!
Prepper Man here. Remember to like and subscribe. Prepper Man 09. It's capital P, capital M on YouTube. That's my channel. We've been running into people running for Senate and for Congress all up here. We're right in the heart of it. We're kind of leaving the main congested area now. I'll show you around a little bit. That looks all funny, but overlook me. Capitol building's back there. A lot of people out there. Said I got some channels right here I'm following on. There is an extreme amount of showing here today. And it makes you proud to be a patriot, be a 3%er, to see this going the way it is. They tried to say that Antifa showed up. Well, I tell you what, I've been right in the heart of all this all day, and I haven't seen anybody who wants to kick the bear. There's enough guns here to make any army envious. There are people here who are not carrying. Those are the ones who are going to go into the Capitol grounds, get on the lawn, and make sure they're heard. The people inside the Capitol today, I know they got to be, they're going to try to push this law through, and it may happen, but they're going to know there's a hell of an opposition outside waiting to say, the hell with that. All it's going to take is 2 or 3 of them to say, no, tremble in the boot, say, hey, I want to get reelected, so no thanks. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to flip red and it's going to go back, but until then, it could be a hell of a show. Now, I'm not an advocate for any kind of violence, but I will say this. During the Revolutionary War, there was a small percentage of the country who flipped the switch on Great Britain. That is very well possible here in the great state of Virginia. We have a tyrant. We have a tyrant, as that sign says, and a governor. There are people out here today who are just wanting to make sure their presence is known. Let this governor, let this house know that there will be nobody. Yes, sir. There are so many nice people out here today. We have to make sure that we don't come at the situation with violence, but let them know that we as patriots are here to protect our rights, no matter the cost. Myself, like many of you, have set oaths to protect this Constitution. There are many groups out here, bloggers, YouTubers, groups. Guy right here, Big Surge Show. Go check it out. I'm sure they'll have some great video footage of today. I'm sitting right down here in the middle of the ship, literally, while the Porta Johns are at. There are a mass showing of individuals here today. So, that being said, stay strong, stay vigilant, stay prepared, and that's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, officer. I got this pointed towards me, just so you know. As you can see, it's pointed towards me. I just had a question. Has there been any reported anything of anybody acting crazy? No? Everything's good. Appreciate it, sir. Yeah. Thank you. All right, guys. We've been down there in the mess of it. Talked to some officers. They said there hasn't been any violence out here today. Guess Antifa, shut the hell up.
Stupid enough to try nothing.
That's exactly right. That's my boy Joe.
Ain't nobody stupid enough to try nothing today.
No. But you know what? If this was a Black Lives Matter movement or some of that bullshit, there'd already be 3 or 4 cop cars on fire acting stupid. But as always, further the cause. And a lot of bloggers out here today. There's been people here from Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania, Michigan. A lot of people here today. And as you know, Epstein did not kill himself, just in case you forgot. But we're kind of going to start heading back towards the vehicle soon. But that being said, looks like everything up here is going to stay pretty peaceful. Thank the Lord. Good evening, America. I want to take a moment to congratulate all those fine patriots that participated in the rally today in Richmond. You made your country and your fellow patriots very proud. 22,000 patriots showed up today to support the Second Amendment and to protest against the grievous laws and misguided conduct that our elected officials have done. I want to say, as a representative of all patriots, your efforts to clean up the environment as you left, to make sure everybody there felt safe and welcome, to have 16,000 people outside the no-gun zone, majority of them with multiple firearms, and everybody was kind with nice words. Thank you, excuse me, cleaning up each other's messes. And when you were opposed, when you had a traitor within your ranks pretending to be one of us, you shunned him, told him to get his crap out of here. When Antifa decided to wanted to show up, you patriots, you 5 or 6 generations of military badasses and good-hearted, red-blooded Americans, stood tall. You rocked out with your Glock out. And I just want to give you my personal thanks. What's going to be coming in the future for us is yet to be told. We haven't got the results yet from today's event. That being said, no matter what happens, today was a peaceful thing and showed people that guns are not the issue. And furthermore, muggings were at all-time low in Richmond today. I don't think anybody there got mugged. So that's a good thing. I asked the police officer as I was leaving, have there been any complaints today? Any issues, any arrests? He said no. Patriots, if this was a Black Lives Matter movement, if this would have been Antifa movement, public property would have been destroyed. Civil unrest would have been there. There would have been people acting a bloody fool, leaving a bloody mess. So again, thank you, patriots, for standing tall, making us all look good. If it goes downhill from what we wanted to happen today, what we willingly stood up and protested, what people took off time from work to stand out in 30 and 20 degree temperatures, to travel hours across the state, some from my part of the state leaving out at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. The next phase, if it were to become anti-gun from our current establishment, have no fear. We'll flip this state red. But stand tall with those balls you had today. Because when they come knocking at your door, when they start coming to our own counties, we'll have to stand tall again, maybe. Because we're not going to back down. Again, thank you, Americans. Thank you, patriots, for standing tall for our Constitution, for our right, and for the memory of those who've died for it. You made yourself, your country, and Prepper Man proud. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, and thank you again.